Good morning, afternoon, evening, and night. This is the very last part of the Krakow series. I cannot believe it's taken almost 2 years to get these series done. I am so happy and thankful for each and every single one of you that have been following along on the journey and have been very patient. For today's video, I'll be taking you through my very last moments in Krakow, Poland, making the journey back from Poland to Norway and then from a city in Norway back to England. For those of you that don't know me or are watching me for the first time, hi, my name is Nicole, aka Nickel. I have a YouTube channel, but I also sing and write songs. On this channel, you will find a lot of things travel and talking based. I am making a transition towards developing myself as a music artist. Back in August 2024, I took a 5-day trip to Krakow, Poland. I did this by myself, even though I already knew a friend that is studying there. I got to meet her a few times, but for the most part, I was doing different activities by myself, exploring the area. If you haven't watched the rest of the series, I definitely recommend you do that first before continuing on with this video, but let me not digress further. This is the final video of the series. I hope you enjoy. Morning guys, it's coming up to 10. I'm just walking now to Lidl quickly to get a few things to eat. Last night I ordered myself a chocolate cake via room service. I asked for it to be collected, so I physically went downstairs to collect. When I came down, they said that there was no credit for my room. Earlier when I had requested my key to be updated, the lady did update the key, but I don't think she asked me to put a hold. In the restaurant, the ladies that were there, they called the reception to check my reservation. Reasonably, I didn't have credit in my room, so I had to pay at the restaurant. So I was like, okay, sure. Then they charged me the full price. Now at the time, I was already so tired. It was my last day. It ended really well with Dominica, and you know, I just wanted to have a cake. It wasn't even like I had time to call the room service or the restaurant because they close at 10. I approached them in the morning. I spoke to the lady that was allowing people to enter the restaurant for breakfast. She got the supervisor. The supervisor called the restaurant manager. He arrived very swiftly. I told him my case. I told him what happened. He said he would need to find my receipt. He asked me to give him 5 to 15 minutes. I mean, I say it's fine, but honestly, it wasn't really, because I need to get ready. I need to close my suitcase, finish packing. Then I need to go to the reception to not only check out, but to also give them my box. I hope to God that I still make it in time. Already it's a little bit early because I'm going by public transport, so I need to get a tram and then the train. In the end, I'm happy that we got the breakfast thing sorted. So the manager's solution was just to have an extra discount applied to the room service that I had. There is Lidl now. I can have my eyes on it. So I'll see you guys in a bit. So I'm out of Lidl. They don't have sandwiches, but I did get some pain chocolat. I might have to just get a sandwich at the airport. I'm just gonna have to record like this because I'm carrying my suitcase, my carry-on bag. I finally got all checked out. I left my box with the reception team. Even when explaining to the receptionist like how my stay was, then he told me that I was supposed to have received some wine in the room, which I never got, which was when he offered the cookies instead. Concerning my package, I had to go and find a way to weigh it myself. In the end, I just left it there. I told him I'll have to do an estimate, probably go a bit over the estimate. It was so quick just to put me to the side. Again, he was like, oh, you need to go and think. And again, I said the same thing. And eventually he was like, okay, fine, leave the box. I had to ask him to put my details on the box, otherwise he was going to just take it. And then he had the audacity to ask me, oh, so how are we going to know that this is your box? Once I did everything, I requested him to give me a cookie. Not like that, but yeah, because he said earlier, and I'm like, you know what, I'm gonna take it. I thought he was just gonna give me one, but he just gave me the whole box, which is fine. I mean, I'm not sure if I can put it through the security check. I will find out. Now, Norway, I have checked in all ready for that flight. I had no time to actually explore Norway. But you know, that's another place that I would like to visit. The next tram won't come until like 11:22. I have to take the number 5. From there, go on the Scar train back to the airport. I'm disappointed, to say the least, but I'm glad in the midst of all of that I chose to stay peaceful about it. I wasn't like shouting or anything like that. I know what that's like. I have been on that side. Last thing you want to do when you come to any hotel, especially as someone that works in a hotel brand, is to go in with the idea of, oh, I need to check everything to make sure everything is okay. Well, I still chose to take the good, the overall good out of the experience and out of me traveling to somewhere that people would not expect me to go. I even had family be like, are you sure you want to go there? People are this way, people are that way. With the exception of individuals in the hotel where I was staying at, which I can 110% not recommend. I honestly felt welcomed enough. Though I did have a man come up to me randomly and he started talking to me in Polish the day that I landed. It was actually as I got off the tram to walk towards my hotel. I didn't understand what he was saying. I didn't want to know, so I just kept moving. Could have been asking me a question. It could have been throwing some racial slur. I will never know. And for that reason, I don't care. I, for some of the nights, was going back to my hotel late. On one of those nights, I did take a taxi, but other nights I decided to walk. From the tram stop to the hotel is about an 11-minute walk. Just opposite the tram stop was this pub. I didn't go there just because of time's sake, but it did look decently nice. I felt safe walking at that time of night. Some of my misconceptions about what I was expecting in Krakow and how I was expecting people to be is very different from what I actually experienced. That hotel experience, it almost put me off. Unlike the couple in the first video, I'm not going to be cussing nobody. I'm not going to be threatening nobody. I'm not going to be making fun of nobody. I'm just going to go because it was time to go. I already booked this hotel at such a massive discount. That being said, I wouldn't stay there again. In fact, next time I go, there is going to be a next time, I will definitely look towards getting something like an Airbnb or staying in a more local hotel. In terms of the issues raised in this video with my overall stay, these problems are not major problems. I will admit that. However, the reason why I can be passionate about these things is you're traveling somewhere, you're staying in a place that's unknown to you at the time, you expect a certain standard to be met. Obviously, if it's not met, you're not going to be shouting at everybody, la 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 la, unless it's something extremely serious. It's not so much about what happens, but what is done about it. There were some things that happened where the team handled that extremely well. There were other times where I was left uncomfortable. And then to find out what I found out earlier, there was no actual solution. When I'm booking a place to stay in, I want things to be as presented. And if you go to any place and it's not seen as presented, then there is already, you know, a bit of an issue there. I'm not apologizing, but I do acknowledge some people may watch these videos and be like, it's just this, it's not that deep. Okay, it's not that deep for you, but it is important for me. And where I rest my head is a good place and people are nice, or at the very least hospitable. I would have had a better chance just staying in an Airbnb or staying in a hotel that is locally owned, that isn't, you know, part of an international chain. This section of the video is just sharing my stay in Norway. I'm not too sure where to go. I'm trying to find someone that looks like they work here. I found someone that works in duty free. I was like, you know what, let me just go up to one of them. They helped me with where I needed to go. Fortunately, I didn't need to go through any customs or security again. Just had, you know, something stamped on my passport. From there, I got through to airside. Whilst I was waiting, I was like, you know what, let me get a little something to eat. I decided to get a bottle of water and some chips and ketchup. Found a place to sit down, did a bit of reading, did a bit of watching movie. If you use Vodafone as your network provider for your phone, you can travel to places like Norway, countries like Norway, and have free data. I think also Denmark and 1 or 2 other countries nearby. Found that out and I was like, yay! But that was at the time. I don't know what they're doing now. This is 2 years later. When it was time to board, the aircraft wasn't clean. I think they had literally just deboarded the previous set of people and then went straight to boarding more people because they were running a little bit late. I went with a different airline this time, considering that I had made this decision almost last minute because my initial plan was to go back by Flixbus. Once I got a notification that the bus would be delayed, I'm not risking it because I had work the following day. Let me not do anything that will jeopardize this. That was when I decided to book a flight. It took about 1 to 2 weeks after I got back before I received my lovely box of fangs. This is one of the mugs that I got. I mean, it's the only mug, not one of the mugs. I really like its exterior, how it's like literally crafted in, and then it's like a small thing here. It wasn't the best kind of box to have for me to put my Cokes because every Coke I had, it made me feel funny. It got to a point where I was on my last can and I was like, you know what? I don't want it. Don't transport your drinks in this way if you can't put it in your checked luggage or get it in your carry-on after security. But otherwise, everything else has been great and I got everything, which is the main thing. That wraps up this entire series. Thank you so much again for your patience and for seeing this through to the very end. I completely love and appreciate you guys. If there's anything that you want me to continue on or talk about further within this series, please do leave a comment and let me know. Otherwise, send me a message on any of my social media platforms. I'm on TikTok, Instagram, you got YouTube here, and Facebook. If you'd like to see more of this wonderful face as I transition towards music talks and traveling with music in mind, please do drop a like on this video, share it with anyone that you think might need a little, you know, help to get them traveling to a different place. Press the subscribe button to see more videos, more of me, and most importantly, a way to elevate yourselves. I hope you have a great rest of your day or evening, wherever you are in the world, and I look forward to seeing you in the next video. Bye.